This week, we're getting our bureaucracy on with a look at Prison Architect, which is exactly what it sounds like. Mike gets his hands on the augmented existence of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, out now for PC, PS4 and Xbox One, and Mel heads off to find the centre of the galaxy with our review of No Man's Sky. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week we're already looking forward to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. No, not because of Akira, although that too. But instead, we're actually looking forward to them because of video games. Part of the Olympic closing ceremony is a sort of official handover from one country to the next, so we got to see the beginnings of the Japanese presentation, and that included a very familiar face. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe arrived at the Rio Olympic Games via warp pipe dressed as Mario. Eagle-eyed viewers also spotted Doraemon and Pac-Man, but Mario's classic Olympic buddy Sonic was nowhere to be seen. Maybe he's still in training. But sticking with Japanese cultural icons for the moment, we're seeing more updates continuing to improve Pokemon Go. This week we saw the team leaders Blanche, Candela and Spark take a bigger role in the game, now offering Pokemon Appraisal. Your chosen team leader will give you feedback on which of your Pokemon will do best in battle. If you're already familiar with the idea of IV, don't throw away your calculator just yet. The in-game response isn't quite that in-depth, but it generally gives you a better idea of who to upgrade and who to grind into candy. And moving on to console news, this time last week we didn't even know it was on the horizon, but the PlayStation 4 Slim could be on shelves as early as next month. We first learned about the new console through, of all things, an online auction site, but more details have come to light about what we're in for. Like you might expect, it's a smaller console and it comes with a redesigned controller. More official details can't be too far away. Microsoft also unveiled a new product this week, but it's probably not what you were expecting. The Xbox One Z represents the company's first foray into the world of fashion and will see a very limited Australian-only release. The onesie promises pockets big enough to stash your controller and your remotes, an arm pouch for your smartphone, an extra large hood so you can wear it over a headset, customised gamer tag embroidery and nifty forearm grips to prevent slipping on those edge of your seat moments. No word yet on how to get your hands on one of these, but we're thinking this limited release will be pretty restricted, so maybe don't hold your breath. Moving on, and there was a stack of news out of Gamescom in Germany. First up, there's a new Metal Gear game on the way, but Metal Gear Survive will not be a full-price title. Instead, the 4-person co-op survival experience, which features zombie-like enemies, will come with a price tag more similar to Ground Zeroes rather than the Phantom Pain. Most of the big news was about additions to games we already knew about. Watch Dogs 2 is getting a new multiplayer mode in addition to the hacking invasion we saw in the original game. This time around, Bounty Hunter takes place when the player kills too many civilians. Up to 3 other players can invade the player's world to take them down, but if you take out all the hunters, you're in for some big prizes. We also had another look at Gears of War 4 on PC, as well as a glimpse at the hardware you'll need to run it. Ideally, you'll have a Windows 10 machine running an AMD FX 8350 or i5 4690 with 8GB of RAM and a graphics card on par with the Radeon R9 290X or GeForce 970. Obviously, the better the hardware, the better it'll play, but that's your starting point.
Great! There's even more of them up here!
Drop a pod for cover!
Got it!
EA has hinted that remastered versions of the Mass Effect series might be on the way if fans want it enough. We don't know quite when they'll hit shelves or quite what will even be involved, but with Mass Effect Andromeda due out in March of next year, we're guessing we'll hear something about the earlier games sometime closer to that. Another rumour doing the rounds, Overwatch could be getting a free trial, with a data miner reportedly discovering the details already tucked away inside the game. Blizzard has not said a word on the topic, but with their other games already offering a try before you buy service, it wouldn't be completely unexpected. With No Man's Sky available for just over 2 weeks now, there's already another major update on the way. The team at Hello Games is working literally around the clock to try and fix the most urgent and critical issues for all players, including that nasty blueprint crash that's been bothering just about everybody. Happily, we worked around the bugs and our full review of No Man's Sky is coming up a bit later in the show. Another small team working around the clock to fix bugs, Night School, the studio that brought us Oxenfree. The developers launched their new game last week, published by Telltale Games, and the Mr. Robot tie-in EPS 1.51 Exfiltration is plagued by a few niggling issues. That said, it's captured our imaginations, the real-time text gameplay tying in beautifully with the world of the television series, and we're looking forward to the next update. And finally this week, a deliciously terrifying bit of behind-the-scenes footage from the upcoming Assassin's Creed movie. The series has always featured the iconic leap of faith. Each game's featured assassin climbs to the top of the highest peak and then throws himself off into a suspiciously convenient bale of hay. In the movie, it's no different, but while the game is digital, the filmmakers are doing it for real.
Three, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, that's the best bit, when you walk off and go, oh, I'm alright, yeah.
That's Damien Walters, Michael Fassbender's stunt double. To warm up to the 125-foot drop, he also jumped from 70 feet and 90 feet, so I'm guessing he's much less spooked by heights than I am. For more information on any of these stories or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.